sorry, Yamanika. I'm sorry, Yamanika. I'm going without you. I'm sorry. I'm going to go meet my future man out there. I'm out. Going to the Holy Land. I suggest you all do it.
Man, that's weird. I mean, I have a lot of questions personally. First and foremost, I think, are you sober? That doesn't look sober to me. Nothing you're doing, at least you're not sober in the mind, because why else would you be doing this? Also, may I ask why you are looking for a boyfriend in the middle of a war zone? Does that register to you as a normal thing to do? I just want to be very clear. This is what I mean when I say people are waking up to propaganda. Who wants to go visit a country at war? Does that pass the sniff test for anybody? Yeah, I definitely want to go visit this country while bombs are being dropped. That makes perfect sense. Why not visit it when they are not in the middle of a war? Wouldn't that make more sense? I've visited Israel, and no, they were not in the middle of a war, and it was still a very intimidating country to get into. I've described this experience, but because of so much conflict in the region, even going through the airport, right? I got pulled out twice, got questioned. There are people, IDF soldiers, that are just standing above, pointing guns down. When you go through the airport, waiting for something to happen, didn't even feel great when it was not in the middle of a war. So could you imagine, like, what she's going to go through to get into the country? So who okayed this trip? It's my other question. It feels like you're going there because you've been told to go there, and it feels like it's propaganda. And so that is why people are understandably upset about this video, because they know that you are going there to make it look cool to people. It doesn't feel authentic. I'll tell you one thing right now, the comments definitely passed the vibe check. This person wrote, if ignorant and dumb was a person. Another person wrote, does she even have 10 brain cells? I'd love to know. A third person wrote, the situation is heart-wrenching, resembling a scene from a horror movie with the tragic killing of thousands of Palestinians. Amidst this, she approaches the trip as a leisurely paid vacation, which I find utterly disheartening. I honestly, personally, if I could add on to that, just find it to be utterly disturbing. And as I said in my tweet, the propaganda just ain't landing the same. You don't get to just say, celebrities go out into the middle and tell us what we are supposed to think. Least of all, when this celebrity apparently has various afflictions. We're just not buying that anymore. She's no expert in anything. And I'm actually just proud of people for finally standing up to the BS. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you're like most Americans, you're struggling to make ends meet right now. Everything is more expensive these days. By the time you pay the bills, fill up your car, and go grocery shopping, there's almost nothing left.